This is Chris the Batman Statue Collector, and this is Rogues Gallery Live. This is podcast number 18, and we're going to be talking a little bit about some stuff that some of the other groups talked about a week ago or so. But I'm just getting caught up because I have been on vacation, but I haven't talked about it with you guys, so I really wanted to hear what you guys thought about some of these things that have happened over the last 2 weeks with San Diego Comic-Con and also Wonderfest. And I also posed the question this week on what would people from the audience like to see from this chat, and had some really good examples of questions, and one of them was they wanted to hear a little bit about budget. So I wanted to talk a little bit about budgeting tonight, if you guys are cool with that. But anyway, I do want to introduce the panel tonight. With us, as always, Mr. Jeff Morris is here in the house with us.
Hey, guys.
And we also have Mr. Dan Default.
Hey, guys. See everyone.
From Mac Collections, Mr. Mac Main.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
And also the Paradox Nerd himself, PJ's with us tonight.
Eat your boy. Hey, guys.
Hi. Welcome. We also have Lawrence. He's going to try. We're having some trouble with his camera, so hopefully he's able to figure it out on his end. But anyway, you notice a little bit different format. If you are familiar with some of the other groups like Jim Mint and also the Darth Castle channel, they've tried this new format. And the reason why we're doing a new format is because Google Hangouts had just stopped. We knew that they were going to end this year, and they were true to their word, and they did. So a lot of us were looking for ways to stream this type of content. And the cool thing is we found StreamYard here, and it is really impressive. There's lots of really cool features, and it lets us do a lot of different things. It lets us see comments. And so I did want to show you kind of how that works. I'm going to go up here, and I'll show you the first comment. I want to give a major shout out to JW Statues. Nope, got a little feedback there. Sorry. Not sure if that's me. Anyway, this is a super chat from JW Statues. He says, Chris, may you and the panel have a great show tonight. Also, after the show, if you haven't all seen it yet, please check out our newest video from Doctor Strange. And that's JW Statues over on YouTube as well. So definitely give him a shout out and give him a sub. And JW, thank you very much for the super chat. So that's really awesome. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say JW does an awesome job. I don't know if you guys watched that video, but the production is pretty good. I'm like, wow, this is like him and his daughter like do an awesome job with like skits and everything. It's awesome. Definitely check it out.
Yeah, for sure. So thank you very much, JW. That's awesome. Go to his channel as soon as you're done watching this video, and hit that smash button or the like button, and also the subscribe button on his video. So thank you again very much. Give a shout out real quick to some of the people in the chat automatically with us tonight. We have Skills Power, Joe Caramello, Gabriel Ross. What's up? Skills Power, I think I said Edwin Diaz. Let's see. Bruna's in the house. Hey, Bruna, welcome. Let's see. Bruce Nunn, Dead Cool Pool. Jesse Hernandez is with us as always. Poor Boy Collector. Whiplash Collectors. Hey, Steven. How's it going?
Steven.
Let's see what he has to say. I woke up on time since it's morning here in Hong Kong. Yeah, we always want to have Steven on the show, but it's always hard because of the time difference. So hopefully we'll get him back on the show here real soon. Master Pizza. Let's see. Do we have another super chat? Whiplash Collectors. Hey, Steven. How's it going?
Steven.
Let's see what he has to say. I woke up on time. I think that might be. I think that might have been me. Sorry, guys. Let me fix that real quick here. Hopefully, we'll get him back on the show here. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Had a $2 super chat from Rogelio. Rogelio? Is that I'm saying it right?
Rogelio.
Rogelio. Thank you very much. Hey, thank you for the super chat. That's awesome. Thanks for being part of the show tonight. SJ Pace 1776, Tin Man, 8-Bit Flea, Joe Miller, So basically, guys, as you are in the chat, I want to make the show more interactive. And since we can show the comments on the screen, definitely ask questions. If you have questions for this panel or whatever we're talking about at the time, I'll try my best to put up some of those things so we can talk about them. So again, thank you guys for being in the chat. And thank you guys for being in the gallery tonight. I really appreciate it. How's everybody doing?
Good, man. Thanks for having me.
Doing pretty good myself.
Good. I feel so out of the loop because I've been on vacation for the last couple weeks. My family went to Florida. If you guys don't know, my family went to Florida, and then we took a Disney cruise right after that. And so I feel like I literally had no cell phone service at all. So I was definitely off the grid during San Diego Comic-Con and Wonderfest. So it's like, it killed me because I love my favorite time of year to be on the phone and see all the pictures and stuff. So
yeah,
it was pretty crazy. We'll get to the pictures here in just a bit, but what did you guys think overall of San Diego Comic-Con and Wonderfest?
I thought it was pretty good myself. Right now, I'm hiding from that Bane. I'm hiding my wallet.
Yeah,
and everything. hiding your kids, hiding your girl.
Every time I see it, I just turn everything off. I don't look at it.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
I thought. I mean, for San Diego Comic-Con, I think Sideshow brought their A game. They went all out, man, and obviously, I think some of the Prime 1 stuff was missing. They did have a few Prime 1 statues on display. I think some of their in stock statues, but Brain. But yeah, Sideshow killed it. Sideshow definitely killed it in San Diego Comic-Con with all their new announcements and releases. And then Prime 1, man, like what Max said, I'm hiding my wallet because as soon as I saw that Predator, and I'm a huge fan of the Jungle Predator, the OG Predator. I'm hiding my wallet too because not only that you get the Predator, you get the flayed human hanging upside down in the tree, which is insane. So I'm scared for them to put that up for pre-order and to see the price on that epic statue.
Yeah, I forgot all about that
yeah.
one as well.
And sorry, go ahead, man.
Just give me the body. That's all I want. I just want to display the body by itself. I'm good. I'll put it with something else.
Yeah, I hear you. I have the Sideshow Jungle Predator maquette, which I absolutely love. And right now he's on the chopping block. I mean, if I don't sell him, great. I'll just keep him, and then I'll just get the that flayed human next to him. Yeah, but if I sell him, hopefully that price of that Predator is doable. So,
hey, we just had Lawrence join us. Can you hear us, Lawrence?
Hey guys, sorry I'm a little late. Technical difficulties.
No problem. Hey, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, I had to delete out my browser history.
Okay, well, that's good to know. I'm glad it worked. So
there you go.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Thanks for staying with it.
Sure. Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it, guys. Hey, everyone.
Hey, Lawrence.
Hey, since you just joined us, how's the move going? How's the new setup?
Move is fantastic. Setup hasn't happened yet. It's the last room in the house to do. I was helping get everything else ready for the rest of the house. And finally now have got all my shelves put together so I can start bringing over my collection and start setting it up. So that'll happen probably this weekend.
Awesome.
Oh, nice.
Awesome. Now I've seen some photos though. You got a little bit set up, right?
Yeah. I mean, I've got, right now it's.
Oh, did we lose him?
You can.
There
we go.
Back. Sorry, you froze for a second.
Okay.
Kind
of hard to see, but yeah.
Oh, nice. Speaking
definitely got like some shelves, and then this is where the He-Man stuff will end up going, and then I'll have one on the other side, and then over here on the other side, glass cases, different shelves that I've had. So it'll be all right when it all gets put together.
That's awesome. I can't wait to see it all finished.
Yeah, definitely.
This was just a quick question Jesse asked. Anyone know what scale the Prime 1 City Hunter Predator is?
I think it's 1/4.
I think it's quarter scale.
Yeah, I think it's quarter scale too. That's the one where he's hanging on like that little like ledge, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's quarter scale.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But Chris, I agree with PJ. I think Sideshow brought their A game big time. They had some gaps to close with the with the lack of Prime 1, but I think the Iron Studios presence, that 1/10 line is really killing it for them, and I think they brought all of them.
Yeah, it's crazy how many
and some new ones.
Yeah.
And then with their quarter scales and some of their stuff, I think it closed the gap. And then Sideshow's that the new premium format, some of the stuff is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was really impressed.
Yeah. For me, the best in show for that con for San Diego was Gambit. I think Gambit stole it. I mean, with Juggernaut, a close second. So
just did a comment here. Justin the Movie Nerd said, "Hello, I'm new to the statue collecting game. I've been watching a lot of your videos in the chat board. Thanks for all the great content. This feels like a great community." That's awesome. And it is a great community. This group of guys in this chat right here, and there's others in the community, but man, just a positive place. So thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Welcome. Welcome to the collecting game. It's fun.
Welcome to the collecting game, and
there's no turning back now.
There's no turning back. Welcome to the juggle.
PJ, you mentioned that Juggernaut. I can't wait to see that in person. That thing looks enormous.
Yeah.
I'm scared because I have that on pre-order.
Hey,
I think Mac too, but Mac is he's used to those big statues because that Hulkbuster right behind him is ginormous.
It's a beast.
Yeah, it's massive.
I can't remember whose review it was that I was watching. Somebody that was doing booth tours or whatever, and they compared the size of it to that Hulkbuster, to the XM.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you guys until you saw those photos of a guy standing next to it? Did you guys really think it'd be that big?
I thought it was going to be big. I know the measurements. I was measuring it because I was trying to see where I could put that in my collection. And the depth is what is scary. I think he's the depth is long because he's he's kind of crouching in a way and punching something.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm scared of. So
there's a lot of slope to it going.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. Real quick. Sorry, Mac. I just want to say is that and the scary part is that it's releasing pretty soon. So hopefully it's around October and not September because that's just next month.
Yeah, it's going to be here before you know it.
Yeah, it's coming quick.
Early Christmas present.
Yeah.
Few of those coming.
Yeah. I say I posted the other day that I'm on this major statue dry spell.
Yep.
Where I always get it where I get 3 or 4 pieces at once, and then I don't get anything for 6 or 7 months. It drives me crazy. You guys experience that too?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, and I was actually looking at your channel, Chris, because I was like, wait, he hasn't gotten a piece in a while.
Been forever.
Yeah, and I was just because I know you post a lot of the videos, and then I'm like, wait a minute, let me just go through his videos. Let's see when's the last time you had a statue, and I forgot which one it was. Was it the Freeze or was it?
Yeah, Mr. Freeze was my last big one.
Yeah.
I had, which I'm kind of regretting now. I had the Justice League Batman from Prime 1, but I canceled it. And you get all these photos of him. It looks great.
Yeah.
And it sold out at Sideshow.
Sold out.
It's $500 to ship it from Prime 1.
Yeah.
So I'm just maybe I messed up. So I'm not sure. I'm gonna do the guru Thor Gunderson. He is always saying be patient. So I'm gonna be patient and see if that helps because maybe I'm sure people will sell him after a while. But
definitely for sure.
That's one that I'm kind of But I did get one statue in. Some of you may have saw it, and it's not Batman, but I got the Captain Hook premium format.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yep. Most of you guys know that I'm a big Disney fan, and that was one that, you go on eBay and they're asking $3,000 or $4,000 for this thing.
That's crazy.
Wow. I think they made 1,000 of him, and thank you to Jason Bond, Odd Couple statue review. I'm gonna give him a big shout out because he found one on the buy sell trades in Australia, and I'm gonna reveal that I did not. I paid less than $700 shipped.
Wow.
You stole it. Wow.
So I am just beyond happy about it. And he's so cool. I've already done an unboxing video, and that'll go up probably next week. And I don't know how many people want to see a Captain Hook on a Batman channel, but anyway, it's a cool piece. And man, it's just, I wish I even had Tim Hansen. He's the cut and sew guy at Sideshow.
Yeah.
He commented on the photo and he said, "Oh, I worked on that piece."
Oh,
and,
wow.
Which, he's worked on a lot of pieces like that, but it's just like, I thought it was cool. He commented, and then I commented back. I said, it'd be really great if Sideshow got that license back and did, more Disney premium formats, and he would love that too. So I still have my fingers crossed that they would revisit that, because those pieces are really sought after.
Yeah, and they look really good for like a piece that old, right? I mean, how old is that piece? Like
maybe 2011-ish, maybe.
Yeah. It looks really. Congrats though, Chris.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was really excited. But what about you guys? Are you guys kind of in this dry spell too, or?
Yeah, I'm in a dry spell, but I mean, because the last one I got was the X-23, and I love that statue.
Awesome.
But for me, it's like, okay, I'm in a dry spell. Yay. Save money. I'm not complaining. I know some people are like, they need to get like a statue every week or whatever, every month. But for me, if there's a little break, I'll take advantage of it and kind of like try to save up for the next one. Basically the reason why I say that is because Juggernaut's coming, and yeah, usually I'm like, like all these pieces like Psylocke came out nice, like by Sideshow, and I'm like, oh, that looks great, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't pick up anything until after I finish paying off Juggernaut, because
Gabriel Ross said I had to cancel Prime 1 Lobo because things are tight right now. Have you guys had to cancel an item because of that, or for just the budgetary reasons? Because we're going to get into budget, but have you guys ever had to do that?
Yeah, I've had to do that. Well, I didn't have to do it. It was just a smarter decision to do it at one point. It was a long time ago. But, I ended up later on when I could get it going out and just getting that piece anyway. It was one of those things where, again, listening to Thor, should have just waited in the first place, and that piece was still available, and ended up picking it up that way.
He is a wise man, that Thor.
Very, very.
He is. Let's see.
I had to cancel the Prime 1 Batman 52 just because, just to save some money and to actually hone down on my focus. I really love that Prime 152 Batman. It's just that, like, I don't have anything that would, I don't know where to put it. I don't have it that, any place to put it in my collection that would fit. So I had to cancel that one. But yeah, that was the last piece I had to cancel. But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, statues are getting expensive. Like Mac is saying, like, it's getting crazy. Some of the Prime 1 pieces are, I don't know the price for Bane, but I know Goku was like 1,300. So, and that's a quarter scale statue. So yeah, price is getting a little.
Yeah. That deluxe Bane is like $1,750.
Oh,
and then it's like $500 to ship it if you want it shipped fat. If you want it shipped through their standard shipping, and then if you want the economy shipping, like $300. So
yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I'll
give a little bit of a shout out to Todd at Spec Fiction. He was on our last show, and I think somebody I haven't checked, but somebody said that they were cheaper through them, and then if you would only pay U.S. shipping, which would probably be still probably $200. But so you might check out Spec Fiction. They might be able to get it a little cheaper for you, because it is a pricey piece. I mean, you're almost paying for a half scale. And he's not half scale, but he is massive.
Yeah,
that thing is huge.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out between me and Mac who's gonna bite first.
Oh man.
So guys, when I was looking at, I spent a lot of time, like all of us, I think, looking at the pictures this week, and I'm interested in you guys and your perspective on the pose. So there was a lot of questions about the hunched over, looking down pose, right?
Yeah.
And for me, that was kind of compounded by the interest in the base, right? When I first saw that base in the pics, the teaser pics, I said, I gotta have that, right? But in order to be able to see the Batman, it seems like he's kind of down in the muck, so to speak, and
Right.
down kind of low in the base. So you almost have to be looking down on the base to see the Batman, right? But if you've got the statue relatively low, now you're looking down on Bane.
Right.
Because I think I saw these 32 inches tall or so.
Yes.
So he's not crazy tall. You know, he's tall, but not crazy. And I just wonder, I can't picture where I'd, put him. High, low,
It's
If the
tough.
Batman's
In my mind, I've been debating whether to get him too. And to me, that's the really tricky part because, well, you guys all know my premium format display. I have all the villains surrounded by Batman. And thank God that that Sideshow's is doing the villains again. I'm really excited about that. But I wanted to kind of, in my mind, I thought, well, I'm going to do the same thing with the Prime 1 pieces. I'm going to have a Batman, like a Hush Batman, let's say, and then I'm going to have the Harley Quinn that they're coming out with, and then Bane, and kind of do the same thing on a bigger scale. But with that Bane, there's a couple problems. Number one, I feel like it's more of a standalone piece because it's really a diorama.
Yeah.
I mean, really, with the Batman, I don't feel like you can have Batman in the mud and then Batman standing right next to him. I just feel like that looks weird. But who was it? Was it George that he was the one concerned about the head tilt?
Yep.
Okay, yep. George Raw, he does a lot of reviews for my channel. Great guy, great collector, and his concern, just like you said, is that the pose is that Bane's like looking down to smash Batman, which makes sense from a storytelling point of view. But again, if there was a way that you could adjust it, I wish that seems like a simple thing that maybe you could do because some people are going to be real happy if Bane was looking straight ahead. That would solve the display because, like you said, you're going to either have to have it chest high, to make it look like Bane's kind of looking more toward you, or have it super low, and then you're not going to see Bane's face.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think if you put it somewhere in between, like if you're sitting it on something somewhere in between 3 and 4 foot tall, if it's 32 inches, if you set it at 3 foot tall, that almost makes him 6 foot tall, right? If you're so at 36, 32, you're 4 inches shy of 6 foot tall. So maybe a little bit higher. Maybe you put him in at 3.5 foot, something that's 3.5 foot tall. You, as a 6 foot person, you're going to be standing there kind of face to face with the Bane face. And then you'd be able to still look down and see Batman. So I think that's probably your sweet spot, somewhere in between 3 and 4 foot in terms of where, like how high it should be sitting.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Jeff Morris's display right in the back. I feel like if you display Bane right like in that display counter right behind, I think that would be perfect for Bane.
That's what I was going to say too. Like somewhere like kind of like medium height somewhere would be. Yeah, like what Lawrence is saying, where it's like you could see both, Batman and like you said, Lawrence, like 6 foot high or something like that. Where
like Dan has Batman Hush, like that's another example of a problem piece. It's an epic piece, but it looks so much better if you have it up higher.
Yep.
And if you don't have the ability to do that, it looks awkward to me.
This is 37 inches tall.
Yeah, that's on the taller side.
Yeah, it's kind of like
it's a good spot. I mean, it's good for this.
Yeah.
I think if they were too low, you wouldn't see faces.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I wondered about the Bane too. It's not something that I was thinking about getting, but I was thinking it's kind of, they could have found a better angle for everything, I think.
Yeah.
And they, people did whenever they first previewed it. I can't remember what event it was, but it was at at their store, right? People asked right away about that, and Prime One just said that this is the way it's going to be. We're not going to change it because that was the art direction. He's pummeling Batman, but it is taken directly from the art. It's David Finch through and through. I really like the mask portrait or the unmasked where it's all shredded.
I like that one.
It's taken directly from the Tom King book, the Tom King written book. But Eric Bunio just had that up there. It says Batman is just a bonus. I'd rather see Bane, so we'll display higher if anything. Do you guys see it as a standalone piece, or do you feel like it could pair well with other pieces?
I think it's a standalone piece, like you said, Chris. I think it's a diorama, and it's just so massive that it should be displayed by itself. You don't want to be. I'm sorry, Lawrence. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
I just don't want it to be like next to other pieces where it would take away from that statue. So
Yeah.
Whiplash
I was
Collector
just going to
says,
say I agree with you. I think it's a standalone because if you look at it, it's a story of
Mhm.
Bane fighting Batman. So I'm not sure that you would put like another Batman beside it. That just wouldn't make sense to me. Like facing off
Yeah.
against it or something because Batman's already there and he's on the ground. So I don't see how you would display that with another piece and make it have it make a lot of sense.
this is another David Johnson here says, but after seeing the price of Bane has me rethinking. I've seen that a lot from collectors. I'm not exactly sure what collectors thought it might be. Some people I did see that I thought maybe it'd be around Mr. Freeze price, and I think he was like 1,400. I knew he would be more because it's 2 years later, so the prices, of course, are going to be right up there. Are you guys surprised by this price?
I'm not surprised at all.
No.
yeah, me neither.
I'm surprised that it's under 2,000. I
Yeah.
was guessing it would be $2,000
Yeah,
because of both characters and the mass of it.
So
there's so much to it.
Yeah. So I think he's shorter than Croc and Freeze, right?
Yep,
Mhm.
he is.
All right.
Which is crazy. You think he'd be bigger, but at the same time, I know he is hunched over. But still.
The other thing I was thinking about when I looked at the photos that they put up on Prime 1 was that, like most of their pieces, there's so much detail that when you have it put against a wall, you miss. But that one especially looked like I would almost want it somewhere where you could see everything from the back, because there was, some of Batman you see from behind Bane. There's a lot of detail in there that you're gonna lose if you have him up against the wall.
This is a good question. Do you think the tariffs might have bumped the price up a bit?
No, I think when you look at it, you're getting 2 1/3 scale statues. I mean, that Batman, as detailed as it is, and what Jeff just pointed out, and the detail that they put into it, whether he's laying there or not, that's still Batman that you're looking at. It's still that character. You're getting 2 characters at 1/3 scale, so I don't think the price is that far off. When generally a 1/3 scale by itself is $1,000 or around there. So it doesn't seem unreasonable.
Agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's fair.
It's the main part of it is just nobody knows kind of what the shipping's going to be. So like the shipping on it, and it's going to be heavy. So
and it's going to be multiple boxes, I assume.
Yeah, it's probably going to be at least two big boxes. Right now, Doomsday is by far the biggest piece that I have. It's stupid.
Yeah.
It's like having a teenager.
Mr. Hoarder says no. Bane is about the right price. I think most everybody agrees that it's pretty legit. Like you said, Lawrence, it's two statues, really. I mean, so I think it's justified.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say is that when's the release date for Bane?
I would say probably 2021.
Yeah.
Okay.
2021.
I'm not exactly 100% positive, but I would assume that at least. So
yeah, that's pretty good enough time to save up for that piece. So
do it, PJ.
No,
live pre-order.
No. I mean, I'm already on the fence with that Jungle Predator. I'm scared of because
I love that thing.
Oh my god,
that thing is so cool.
Oh my! I'm a huge fan of the first Predator, and I have the Jungle Predator, like I said, I mentioned earlier. And when Prime 1 brought that piece to Wonderfest, I was and you know what hurt the most was when Steven, when he was doing that live stream on his channel, he kept on coming back to it. I'm like, stop. I don't want to see it anymore.
So with that said, I put the smash that like button, hit that thumbs up, because the more we get, the more PJ is going to be encouraged to buy that whenever.
Oh my goodness.
That'd be awesome. We'll see some pictures of that here soon. It's an incredible piece.
Yeah.
So it said Bane's estimate arrival was August 2020 to December 2020.
What?
Oh,
So that's next
really?
year. Oh,
wow.
That's a year away. So yeah, a year to year and a half, roughly.
Yeah.
Which lately, what have delays have been? Have they been like 3 or 4 month delays ish?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I still bet I bet we get it early 21. I bet. But
So let's all just go ahead and do it.
that's
Y'all go ahead.
I've
I'll sit here and spirit with you.
Thanks for your support, Jeff. That's awesome. I've actually been debating between him and or the Queen Studio Wonder Woman bus.
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about her.
I know she's
Wonder Woman.
I forgot to put any photos here, but I'm amazed by the feedback they got and how quickly they changed it and how much it improved
It really did a lot.
that piece. So, like
Yeah.
it's night and day different.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know if I mentioned this on this chat, but I said I didn't like it because her arms were like in the way of her lips, so they lowered it down. So no, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna make it weird, but yeah.
Not too late for that, man.
Ship has sailed.
Actually, Chris, are you getting any? I know you're contemplating on picking up some bus. So are you still gonna move forward with it, or?
I still have not ordered a bust yet.
Okay.
I was really trying to wait till after San Diego Comic-Con and Wonderfest. I wanted to kind of see what was coming.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things at San Diego Comic-Con, we really weren't surprised because Sideshow already teased it, or, we saw it in person really, or, on video for the first time. I was really expecting more from Wonderfest. I know that they have scaled back and they want to show stuff at their store.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I still feel like, I don't know, I don't get excited about their store display.
No.
The same way I do as Wonderfest. Like Wonderfest in the past was always this massive display with all of their brand new Arkham pieces or whatever. And so going and seeing it paired back this year, I was a little disappointed with that. But it also lets me kind of say, okay, these are what's probably going to come out in the next year. So Wonder Woman right now is kind of where I'm at the most. I'm still waiting to see that Iron Man piece finished between studio because it was still in the raw stage. I want to see it done, but I haven't yet. I haven't bit the bullet yet. I'm trying to be patient.
What happens? See, I think collectors are going to go crazy if they ever release a Harley Quinn bust from the Suicide Squad. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I would assume that they will. I mean, they have that license, so I'm assuming that they will, especially the females. I think the females will be incredibly popular. I've also heard rumors that they are going to do some Dark Knight pieces, which would be incredible. I've also heard Infinity was going to do a Ledger Joker. So I don't know. I think there's going to be a lot, especially I think the buzz is still so big that I think you're going to see a lot more. They're going to try to capitalize on it as much as they can.
Chris, you know what seems like a steal is that Sideshow Mark III Iron Man bust. It's like $12.
Yeah, I think it's a great price.
Really good.
And seeing it at San Diego, I feel like it looks a lot better than I was expecting. Because sometimes the photos, I just don't feel like it does it justice. It's not even close. And that was one of those pieces. I'm like, I just don't know. It looked good from one angle,
right?
The way they had it lit, but the other, I just didn't like it. So I feel like it's definitely a possibility. I don't know, and I've heard that Queen Studios is going to do 3 other Iron Man busts.
Yeah.
So again, I just kind of want to be patient. I feel like some of those busts, hopefully, they'll still be available.
Yeah.
But that Mark 50 looks good, though.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Dan, I was gonna ask you, Dan. Are you picking up that? Was it the Mark 7? That Sideshow made?
I'm not. I'm going with the Iron Studios Endgame.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm getting the Iron Man and Cap. I'm just not bought in on Thor. I just don't like the way he looks.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna get Cap and Iron Man.
Oh, nice, man. Those are epic.
Yeah.
SJ Pace 1776 says that Mira Amber Heard is being worked on for a one-to-one bust.
What?
Whoa.
So that will go over well, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
For sure. But Anyway, let's move on to a kind of a quick topic. I don't think we'll take too long on this, but the group members suggested we talk a little bit about budget, and so I wanted to kind of pick your brains tonight on. Basically, they just want to know how we budget for our statues. I am somebody that's never done the payment plan. So has anybody done it in the group?
Yeah, I've done it.
Yeah, I've done it.
Yeah, I've done it. But
Mac, would you talk a little bit about that for like people that might be new to the hobby? Like, why is that better than maybe just paying for it outright?
So it's easy. It's like for me, I'll just go off of me. It's like because I just kind of go off on a buying spree, and I just buy stuff and have no. So I should be going off a budget, but I don't really. So like for me, it just kind of makes it. I typically do the like pieces that are below maybe like $600 or something. I'll put those on plan, so that way I could just kind of pay those off short, in time. But like any piece that's bigger, kind of just what that one just hit me all at once. But it's nice to have that option if you have that option, and it's nice that Sideshow has that option. But
Yeah.
it makes it hard. Like if you're going directly through Prime, if you're going directly through Prime 1, they do have that, but it's to me, I just think it's a little different.
So, Chris, are you talking about pieces that are already released or pieces that you're POing and?
They weren't specific. I assume that they were talking about pieces that you pre-order, like just like how, I have like a spreadsheet. I'm like a lot like Ryan, where I'll have a spreadsheet and I'll have everything kind of lined out, and I'll prioritize which ones I definitely want, which ones I might end up having to put on a chopping block or things like that. But again, I'm somebody that like I pool all my money and then I have it available, so I know exactly how much I have to spend. And then I don't spend over that. And so as as I go throughout the year, I just, keep putting money in that pot. And then if something comes up, I like I said, I've never done the payment plan. I just do I'm going to pay everything at the end. For Prime 1 stuff, you have to pay up front with their newer website. So that's how I do it. But I was just curious how the rest of you, how you budget or how you plan for what you're going to buy.
I've done both. I mean, I've just bought pieces, just paid for them, and I've done the payment plan. I've done both. It just really kind of depends. Most of the time, if it's a piece that's already out, I just pay for it. Yeah. If it's a PO, then I'll do the payment plan, just because that flexibility is nice. If I'm doing the payment plan, it allows me to potentially collect some other things for that particular month-over-month payment. So if I've got a $500, $600 statue on pre-order, and I'm paying $100 or whatever that month, that, has the ability for me to then say, okay, well, if I want to get something else that's not statue related that I want to collect, or I want to, do something, then I'll just, instead of going ahead and blowing that $500-$600 all at once, I've got that additional money then to go do that thing. So right now I paid way too much for it, but I really wanted that new Mattel Masters of the Universe, He-Man and Prince Adam set from San Diego Comic-Con, and there was no way I was going to go out to Comic-Con, but I snagged one off of eBay and paid way too much for it. But it was like, you know what, I can do that. So because right now I actually have that PCS He-Man on pre-order that Sideshow is distributing, and they're getting more in, or I'm not sure what the deal is, but basically there's a second batch or whatever, but I've got that on pre-order, and I did the payment plan on it, and it's just kind of sitting there waiting for PCS to ship it or whatever. So, it gave me the flexibility to go get something else.
For me, I when I first started in the hobby, I did the payment plan just because at the time I don't know much about statue collecting, and at first when I jumped in, I was like, damn, these prices are pretty ridiculous. Well, and those were like the times where like premium formats were like $400 or $500. I'm like, damn, I can't afford this. And then as I paid off a couple statues and here and there, I got accustomed to using that kind of payment plan method on my own. So every time I got a paycheck, I would put it to the side, like money to the side, and say, hey, this is my statue money. I work extra jobs, like, backup to the backup dancer to strip clubs. I use that kind of money. So I use that money for my statue money. But for me, for anybody that's jumping into the game pretty pretty early or just fairly recent, find what works best for you. Obviously, don't go over your head and try to like get everything, because that will definitely hurt a lot.
Yeah.
And when I first started, that's what I was. I was like, I didn't have a focus. I'm like, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this.
Yeah.
I had everything in a payment plan until I realized that my monthly payments for statues were like $500 or $600 a month. And I honed it down a little bit, and now I just do the full pay. But on the side, on my own, I do my own payment plan, and for me right now, that's working out pretty well.
Can you expand on that?
I'm sorry?
Can you expand on that, what you do?
Well, every paycheck, I kind of put like, okay, this is so my wife has this thing at work where she does with her coworkers where each paycheck, they take out $100 and they put it into a pot. And whoever that paycheck, one person gets that pot, right? It's like $1,000, depending on how many people are in it together. So I kind of use that mentality. It's like, listen, every paycheck I'm gonna put $100 away, and this is my statue money. And before you know it, it actually adds up. Next, you're saving up $200 a month or whatever. And $100 is not too much. I would say out of your paycheck every 2 weeks or $50 a week, depending on how often you get paid. And it adds up. Next, you're like, damn, I could buy this statue. For the payment plans, I think it's great that Sideshow offers that. And with Sideshow, they're pretty flexible where you could kind of like delay a payment, or you can postpone it, or you're like, oh wait, you know what? I don't have the $100 right now. You know what? I'm just gonna switch to full pay at some point, and do it that way. But yeah, for me, this works. Like doing it on my own and trying to figure out, have like a spreadsheet. That helps also, because kind of figure out like what's coming in, when they're coming in, and how much you have to pay when they do come in. So I think for me, just find what works best for you, because everyone's different, And the fact that we have payment plans available to us, offered by Sideshow, is great. So
yeah. And it's also nice that you can kind of switch, and you can like kind of turn off. You can not turn them off, but you can switch a month and turn it off, or
the full payment.
Yeah, pause it, or you can like stop it and make it like you want to stop paying, and that way you have like you can pay the rest of it all off at the rest of the time and switch it to another PO if you have that. So it's nice.
So let's say you've paid the payment plan and you've paid half of it, but then you decide to cancel it. What happens? You get that money back, but then you still lose your deposit, right?
Yeah, I think that's how it works. I haven't.
Yeah, I've never done that. I don't know.
I've never done that either. I've only canceled one piece, and it was the Prime One, the Arkham Origins Joker, and I mainly did it because I had the Arkham coming in, and the Origins ones was delayed, so I was able to cancel it and get my deposit back because it was delayed.
Yeah. I think with Sideshow,
everything ends up with a delay. If it's delayed, I think you get your deposit back.
Yep. If it's delayed, you get it back.
Yeah.
And also sometimes, depending if it's like your first time canceling a piece, sometimes they give you like a one-time courtesy of of giving back your deposit. So which is great. For me, like a good example of not using the payment plan was Juggernaut, just because it was too short of a time. Like it was, when it was announced back, was it like May or June? And then the release date was like August. So you had like 3-4 months. And I think the payment plans were like $200-$300 a month. I'm like, oh my god, I was like, you know what? Let me just do it on my own, and I'll just save up money. I'll, like I said, work extra hours at Chippendales or something like that. So
one thing that you can do, I mean, if you're in a situation where you want to pay for a piece outright, I don't think this is a bad thing to do either. I've done this before. Like I've had a credit card that was 0% interest.
Oh yeah.
Put it on that credit card, 2% or 5% cash back, right? pay that off on the credit card. Now I got my Sideshow points plus 2% or 5% from that credit card. I didn't pay any interest on it, just doubling up my points, and then boom, it's just like money. Then just claim that like a refund from the credit card. So they give you whatever that cash back money is. Just take that. Now you got extra money that you didn't have before, along with your Sideshow points, and just combine that together.
Yeah. Actually, I forgot to mention that, Lawrence. I use that method too, and that's great. And those 0% 12-month financing is dangerous because actually now that Sideshow is working with PayPal, they have PayPal credit, and I think anything over, was it like $500 or $600? It's 12-month 0% financing.
Well, yeah, don't get me wrong. You have to be fiscally responsible with it. I'm not saying go out and get a bunch of credit cards, but I'm saying, if you're in a situation where you've got one of those 0% interest cards for an introductory rate or whatever that looks like, I've done that before and it's worked out perfectly fine because I was just okay, I'll do that. I'll pay it off. Now I got an extra $200 from the credit card.
Yeah.
Or whatever it looks like, plus the Sideshow points, and it's like, oh, gee, there's another statue that I just paid for half of.
Yeah. Well, just to piggyback of what you said, like, I don't know if you guys use the PayPal credit, and like, every time you buy like anything over like $600, it's automatic like 12-month 0% financing.
I've never done that. It's a good idea.
And then Sideshow is working with PayPal now, so you could use that as a payment method. So that's another way to kind of like do a payment plan, like a 12-month financing through PayPal. So.
Well, those are really amazing tips. Like those are things I never thought of. So I appreciate you guys sharing those because that definitely could help somebody out in their whatever situation they're in. The main thing is, and I think Tim said it in the chat as well, don't overextend yourself. Like it's so important. It is not a competition to see who can get the most statues. It is. I have seen collectors that they get so overwhelmed and so stressed out and get in a big hole, not only with like the bank, but also sometimes their families, where it causes all kinds of
caught up in the hype of everybody. This like everybody was wild about the Rogue, and it was kind of people were like, well, I got to order it, but I don't really know anything about the character, so it's like, why would you order? It's cool, but don't get caught up in that.
Yeah, don't get caught up with the hype machine just because everyone's raving about it. Doesn't mean it has to fit your focus. And I think as collectors, I don't know about you guys, I went through that as myself when I first started in the game. I'm like, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get it. And then next, I'm like, wait a minute, it doesn't look right together. Like, Batman doesn't look right next to Darth Vader. Like.
Yeah, and I will caveat, don't do that credit card thing unless, two things for sure. Either one, you already have the money in your pocket and you are paying that off. Or two, 100% without uncertainty that you got 12 months or 18 months or whatever it is, that you're paying it off in that time frame. Don't pay that credit card company any interest.
Yeah.
I got a really good option here for you guys. Don't buy statues. Don't start. Don't do it. Don't do it. You'll wind up.
There are Hasbro Black Series, like $20 figures. Yep. Get into those instead.
You don't do it. You wind up with.
There's another tip today right there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's stuff out there. I mean, the oh shoot, what is it? Oh crap, the Diamond Direct stuff or whatever that is.
Oh yeah,
like this relatively inexpensive stuff. Looks good up on a shelf. Is it a different tier? Sure, but I mean, it can be fun too. It doesn't have to be, a mega piece.
Yeah.
Well, I think a lot of Studios 1/10 pieces. I mean, the size and the price, I don't think there's anybody else that could come close to that.
Yeah.
The quality of it.
I mean, I think
the Iron Studios.
A lot of us in this room, we started at one level and then just gradually worked ourselves up to where we are now. Would you guys agree with that?
I agree.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, if where you're at right now is to be able to buy $100 statue, then do that. Celebrate that. Enjoy the quality that these companies, 5 years ago, you weren't getting very good quality for $100 statue. It just wasn't very good in my opinion. But now Iron Studios and Kotobukiya and some of these other companies that are really pumping out really good stuff lately, you're going to get really good quality. Diamond Select, like you mentioned, Lawrence, you're going to get that good quality. And then as you're able to be in a better financial place, then go up to premium formats or go up to, a Tweeterhead statue or go up to wherever, and then eventually if you want to do the busts or the Prime 1 pieces. But be patient and, again, don't overextend yourself.
Yeah, I mean the best thing for your money out there is probably like DC Collectibles. I mean, their 1/6 scale line that runs anywhere between $100 and $150 plus their Batman black and whites. I mean, there's still a lot of value and a lot of quality in those pieces, and they're affordable. I mean, those Batman black and whites still run around $80.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, for me, a lot has changed since when I first started collecting. Because when I first started collecting, like I think one of my first premium formats was the Boba Fett Empire Strikes Back, and I think at the time it was like $425 for a premium format, and average price. And for me, one of my tips I would give someone that's
I'm sorry, Archangel 0407. I use the child support money Matt paid my wife to buy my statues.
That's why I had to put up that. That was too funny.
But like for me, my tip to anyone getting into the like the bigger statues or the quarter scale statues or premium formats is try to pay off one statue. Like get one statue. Don't order like a whole bunch of like quarter scales just because you like it. Get one piece in, finish paying that off, and see how you feel after that. If you feel like, hey, I could continue with this hobby, or I could continue collecting these pieces, or I could get more, I could get less. Just get that first piece in. I think the satisfaction of just paying a piece off, definitely try that out and see how you feel after that, and go from there in terms of collecting.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Jesus
Vega said Tweeterhead is a good option too.
Oh yeah, it's perfect. Yeah,
not wrong there. Tweeterhead pumps out some amazing quality stuff. That Superpowers line is legit. It's collectible within that $275 range or so. And then their new line, that Frank Miller Batman is
great.
It is an excellent statue, and it's $225, $250, somewhere around in there.
Yeah.
Speaking of Tweeterhead, somebody made the comment about the last time when Chad was on the show, he mentioned about a RuPaul statue coming. It's still not out yet. Chad, one of the posts today said that he's going to be doing a big update next week with all of the stuff coming in. He said a lot of it's coming in by boat. It's just taking longer than expected. And we've talked about that before. Basically the statue companies are held up until they're shipped. So hopefully, I don't remember who asked that, but hopefully you'll get your piece here soon. And it sounds like Chad will update everybody next week. So cool. That'll be good. But I don't know. Anything else you guys want to say about budget?
Yeah, I just want to say this once again. Don't start. Just don't start.
Yeah. And get one more thing I want to add is get accustomed to eating ramen noodles, cup of noodle soup, Spam, sardines, bumblebee tuna, whatever it is. Anything. Dollar Menu, McDonald's, that's a lifesaver. So
yeah, and like Thor says,
too, I look at like I put a search on eBay if there's something that I'm looking for. So then you get an alert and you can, check their feedback, make sure that that's somebody legitimate that you're buying from, and you can see, the price on it.
Yep.
So I mean, I've got a lot of stuff off of eBay at decent prices. So
no doubt. I mean, I got my Batman life-size bust that way for under retail. And you can do that. Plus, if you find this piece on eBay that it has been long sold out and you really want to have it, don't overextend yourself. I mean, if your budget is I can afford $50 a month, then save up $50 a month until you can spend whatever it is you need to spend to buy that thing.
Matt Pizza says, I can't get my family on board with the ramen noodles.
Get them on board to afford these statues.
He said, "Don't buy a statue."
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, I think Skill Power was saying is that like he's like, don't wait too long because you might miss out on the EX. For me, my tip for that would be, if you see something that you like, put it on your wish list. Like Sideshow has like this option where you can put it on your wish list and monitor that like once in a while and see if that piece is gonna go low stock or it's almost sold out. Then if it is, add that to your cart, put it in a payment plan, and then budget from there. That's just my tip for anybody that's like, hey, on the fence about like getting a statue because of the funds. But like what everyone's saying is like, don't overextend yourself. You can't afford it. You can't afford it. It's just you don't want to put yourself in a hole where people are you're like suffering or because you bought a statue.
Yeah. It's just so important because, like I said, people get really in a hard place, and it's not worth it. It's not worth it for a collectible,
Nope.
And it's not a competition. You're not competing against anybody other than yourself. I mean, I understand if you want it. I mean, if you have the means, get it. But if it's going to put you in a really tough spot, be patient.
Yep,
for sure.
Yeah, I definitely say that. I just remember, I remember when I first bought my first statue, which was that the Red Hulk from Sideshow. I literally thought I was insane paying like $600 for a statue. The first statue I got was on payment plan. I paid on it for a few months, but I just remember seeing the price of it and just thinking to myself, like, what? Like, are you serious? You're gonna really do this right now? And now look at me. I'm a full blown addict. Don't buy a statue.
Yeah.
Just don't do it.
Yeah.
Stay away. Watch the videos and you just stay clear.
Don't watch the videos.
Yeah, don't watch the videos.
Keep watching the videos.
Don't join the group.
Don't subscribe to my channel. Don't subscribe to Max channel. Well, first of all, don't subscribe to Max channel because every time I look at his videos, I'm like, damn, I want that. I want to buy it. I'm like in like the pre-order like page, like.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's real easy to get caught up in it because I'm like, I think I need that. I need to get that now.
Yeah, stay away.
The statue reviewers, they make the statues look all nice and glamorous, and
the pushers.
You just want to push.
The enablers.
Yeah, we all we do is enable. So
yeah,
if you like that kind of thing, then go ahead.
It's almost like
you can see our Facebook Messenger chats. It's like, I'm thinking about buying that. Buy it.
Yeah,
we're like those seagulls in Finding Nemo. It's like, buy it.
Yeah, well, perfect example was Ohami and Barbara Lopez were unboxing that Psylocke statue. And I'm like watching it, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I must snap out of it." Yeah. Like I closed it. I'm like, I don't know if she saw me. I was like jumping in and out because every time I looked at it, I'm like, I want to buy it. But then I closed it out. So yeah, don't watch it. Yeah, we are so bad.
I thought she was really good. I liked the Psylocke. She has not a typical Victoria's Secret looking face sculpt going on.
Yeah.
So
yeah, she looks awesome. I think she looks great. I think
she definitely looks like she could kick some ass. So
yeah, she could kick my butt. I mean, yeah.
And then
kicking you to credit card town.
Yeah.
And then they did that the Magneto, the XM Magneto, and I literally had to like
stop it, right? You're like,
stop. I was like, I'm not doing this. I saw George's review, I saw Jim's review, and I was like, I don't want to see no more XM Magneto. I'm tired of it.
That thing looked like it was absolutely enormous.
Yes. So
especially when she was pulling those girders out, and they were like 3 feet tall.
Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm here watching that. I'm like, I love my Sideshow.
This one's great.
See, now for me, I like the Sideshow Magneto better.
Do you? Yeah, I like Sideshow.
That Magneto is really cool. I love the red on it.
It does look
purple.
Will Rank says, might as well get into crack. Way less inexpensive than statue collecting. So
that is probably true.
it might not be. Yeah, it might be. It's crazy.
Oh man,
that's pretty funny.
Thanks, Edwin. Thanks, Edwin. I'm glad you like the music, man.
Eric says, y'all bad influences.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's right.
Y'all be speaking the truth.
Yeah, I have to say though, I mean, I'm gonna be totally honest. Like for my Jungle Predator, like I really love that Sideshow Jungle Predator maquette. And I remember like at that time, I'm like, damn, like what can I do to say? I literally was serious about eating Spam and eating like raw. I like ate that for like 2-3 months. Like I mean, not every day, but like every chance I got just to save up for that piece. But I was determined, and I'm happy with my decision. I don't know about my my stomach like being happy, but
Yeah.
you know who's PO list and what I'd hate to see?
Who?
Mr. X's.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Mr.
that dude gets everything, and it's insane.
I don't know how he does it either. Like it's crazy.
I can't watch his videos. I mean, I do watch his videos, but I'm pretty selective because sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't. I'm like, this is so enabling right now. This is so enabling.
And it's because there'll be like a couple of reviews pop up on YouTube every day. From him
every day,
and it's like, damn.
Does he keep them all?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, he does. I think he has like a theme for every statue. Like he's got like a one side where it's like all thrown. And shout out to Mr. X. Actually, Mr. X is super awesome, super nice.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
He's my camping partner, and he's I love his reviews. He's pretty honest. He's brutally honest, to be honest, and
he's got a good sense of humor too about it all. So.
Yeah. Apparently he gets in a bathtub and lights candles and watches my reviews. Apparently,
I saw that.
Yeah,
that's too funny.
Yeah.
Let's see. Master Order says he keeps them. So
yeah.
But yeah, he's if you haven't seen his stuff, check him out. Because again, he has content just about every day.
He does an awesome job. He's got these videos he's been doing the past few months of why I went broke in what fill in the blank. If you just do the math on the statues that he lists out, which isn't hard to do, I sent him a message. I said it's like you could buy an average Toyota Camry each month. I mean,
it's crazy.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's insane.
I mean, it's an impressive collection. I think he's only been collecting like 2 years.
Yeah. I think so.
I'm waiting to see that room tour of his.
I know. I mean, I think everybody is.
He's only teased. He only did his theater. He had a theater room tour that he did. So
I was going to try to hook up with him whenever I was in Denver because he was going to go to the Denver con when I was out there, but he had business somewhere else across the country. So,
okay.
But yeah, just incredible. Like we talked about a dry spell. He doesn't have one.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
Yeah, I mean, because I have him. I subscribe to his channel, and every single time it's like extreme collectibles. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Eric says my wife would be calling me Mr. X if I. Yeah, for sure. That's too funny.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but he has videos for stuff that I've never even heard of.
Yeah.
So it's like it just like searching the globe for crap to buy. It's kind of crazy.
Well, he gets some cool stuff. He gets some cool customs and really big pieces. So it's neat.
Yeah.
But yeah, check him out if you. I mean, like I said, daily content. Check out Max's channel. Check out PJ's channel.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Whenever you, the rest of you guys get a channel, you come on.
Become enablers. Become enablers.
Right. Become more enablers.
Let's influence the fellow collectors. Wait, spend money. Let's do it.
Jeff, Dan, and I got to start a channel.
I know, right?
Yeah,
I feel left out.
I was gonna say it's like we're crack addicts, and we're like, hey man, would you like a like a quick puff.
Yeah.
Come on, you want some.
You want some. Come on.
I feel like the guy that's got a long trench coat and have got like this Prime One gift card and just handing them out.
Like the watches inside of his coat.
Yeah.
Come on, I'm gonna get you started on Diamond Select. I'm gonna get you started on DC Collectibles. Real small stuff, not a big deal.
Yeah.
We'll start you off real small.
Yeah. It's funny because I'm I'm with in the messenger chat with some of these guys in the panel, and it's funny. I'll come up with like, hey guys, you know what? I'm almost done. Like I'm almost out of this game. Blah blah blah. I give this whole speech. This statue expensive, and next like, hey guys, they dropped the PO for so and so. Like, shoot.
It's like Jason Bond, the big retirement speech, and then a day later, they're coming out with Flash. I'm back in the game.
Yeah. My Green Arrow's coming in. I'm like, oh my goodness.
That Green Arrow, it looks good.
Yeah, and for me, I don't know. I don't know if there is an end game. I'm sure there is, where I'm like, you know what, this is it. Hopefully that day comes, and hopefully Prime One, I don't know, stops making these statues. It's crazy.
Yeah, end game's tough.
Yeah, it is.
And I hear that a lot from collectors, and guess what? They don't end their game.
No,
I've been in that situation for a while. I still have the same two on order. Haven't changed that. But there's some custom pieces out there right now that I'm like, damn, I might get those.
Yeah, well, I know you've said that a couple of times, and I'm like, there's no way you could get out yet.
No,
especially if like Sideshow teams up with Tweeterhead, like we think they might. So that
right,
He-Man pieces.
Yeah.
Dead Cool Pool says you guys need to be the Statue Captain Planet channel. When our statues combine, we are Captain Planet. I don't know.
There you go.
Well, we put like the pieces together, like at the same, like, all right, you got the hand, I got the.
Yeah, right.
Maybe we could do that, and I'll go in on one big statue, and then take it I'll have it 3 months, and then somebody else could take it 3 months, and
there you go. Just statue sharing.
Yeah, statue sharing. Yeah, don't share that Wonder Woman bust with me though, because
because it's not coming back.
Quarter scale or smaller.
Hey, speaking of giant statues, I've seen a lot of people posting, and I can't remember the name now. It's escaping me. One of the Transformers.
Starscream.
Yes. Holy. It's like 4 boxes.
The boxes are crazy.
That thing is huge. I think it's ridiculous.
Oh my god.
And I think that's quarter scale.
4 boxes?
Yeah, and it looks like the boxes it looks like they had bought appliances for their kitchen.
Right.
Because those boxes were so big.
I know. Insane.
Which one was that?
Starscream.
Starscream.
Yeah.
Oh, I did see that. That was it like a collector in like overseas somewhere?
Yeah, I think so.
I couldn't believe that. I was like, wow.
It's huge.
Oh my gosh. Archangel. Yeah, he's in that same chat too where I do my speech where I go, it's like I come up to the podium. I'm like, hey guys, I've been collecting for 4 or 5 years, 5 years now, and the prices of statues are just going insane. And right now,
he's not wrong.
I'm running out of space. And then, hey guys, Juggernaut pre-order came out. Okay, I'll pre-ordered.
There you go.
Sam Blake says, don't you guys run out of room?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
100%.
And I'm not sure. Like I haven't figured out how everything's going to even fit in here yet. That's why it's partly kind of still trying to work out how I'm going to arrange things. I've got a little more space than I had before, but I've changed up the display, so things are going to have to fit really differently.
I have statues in my bed. I have statues in my bathroom. So.
Yeah, I sleep with all my statues.
Which one, Mac?
Huh?
Which one?
Doomsday's up there right now.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I cuddle with him since he's the biggest. I gotta cuddle with him.
You're gonna have to get a bunk bed, Mac.
Yeah, and then he's always poking me too.
Oh.
Then,
I went the wrong direction.
Yeah, I know.
You're like, it was,
yeah, I'm not even looking up on that.
You've seen the You've seen the spikes, right? They're all over the place.
Oh,
The back's all scratched up from Doomsday rolling around.
Yep. My girl gets up and she's like, "What the hell's going on?" It's Doomsday. Doomsday did it.
Goes to work and she's like, "My back's all scratched up, so your boyfriend got kind of wild last night." No, I rolled on the damn Doomsday statue.
All right, everybody, hashtag damn Doomsday. Everybody right now. Yeah, hashtag damn Doomsday.
Damn
Big ass bang.
That's right. Some people are saying about my collection in my room, running out of room and things. I just want to update everybody because I've had people ask me. So if you are since my last Rogues Gallery, if you don't watch my other videos, I am moving, and so that's why I'm down here, because my Batcave has been completely dismantled. It's in storage. It's killing me not being around my stuff. But anyway, we're supposed to move in September, and we're still selling this house currently. So until that happens, that's why some people are saying, they want to see the collection, they want to see the progress, but we can't move until September. So I have to wait until then, and then it's going to be kind of a work in progress to figure out how the Batcave is going to go. But I just wanted to update everybody on that because I don't even know yet. So
yeah, man, it takes time. You know, just went through it. It takes time, and take your time with it. I have not been in a rush because I'm trying to figure it out, trying to figure out what works. Tried a couple different configurations, just in terms of where I wanted shelves and things like that. And so, haven't brought any pieces until, I'm ready to do that. Other than maybe I've got a couple, but that's it. And I think it's, it'll be fun when we unbox those things again, though.
Yeah, I feel like, running a channel, I feel like, people are going to want to see the statues. They're going to want to see my setup. So I do feel like a little bit of pressure to want to get that going. But I think people understand too. So,
for sure.
But, I do. Nick says,
I moved a year ago. Well, probably right at a year ago. And I've still got crap that I'm like, I don't know. I've not decided where to put it or how to do it. So, and I know I've drug my heels on some of it, but I mean, it's kind of tough when you're trying to figure it out and you think, well, I want to make the best use of what space I have without just wasting it. Because this table, I've decided, is probably going to have to go because there's absolutely no use for everything underneath it. As much as I like it, it's probably going to have to go and come up with some kind of shelf so I can have stuff under.
You could do something like what we've done with the garage shelving.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I'm still trying to decide, and then this corner too, something that maybe can make use of this space. Because now I've just got this bookcase to put stuff in for the time being.
Yeah.
So,
and Lawrence, you showed me a picture. And I can see it back there behind you. You've kind of gone to some of that garage shelving like I use.
Yeah, I went to the garage shelving, and just because of the weight that it can hold, seems like it's pretty secure.
Yeah.
And I wanted to move from kind of the case model to just more of an open display. So it'll be a work in progress. I'll give it a try. If I don't like it, I'll actually, throw these in a different room or a different part of the house and bring back up my cases. So it's just kind of a try and see.
Yeah, absolutely. Gerald Bourne says, anybody want to trade their statues for a BMW? Sounds pretty good.
If you got an
What color is it?
M3, let me know. That's good.
What color, Gerald? You might have a potential buyer here. See.
God bless room.
Hey guys, I have to go. But yeah, thanks for having me on, Chris. I really appreciate it. Shout out to everyone in the chat and the panel. It was always a pleasure talking statues with you guys and enabling each other.
Happy to help.
Really.
You guys have a great night, okay?
You too.
See you, bud.
Later.
Well, with that, are you guys ready to look at some photos?
Sure.
Let's check them out.
Yeah, let's do it.
That's the first time I've done screen share with this program, so hopefully it works out okay. Let's see what we get here. There we go. All right. So if I do that, is that your full screen?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I'll do Wonderfest here first. All right. So we'll start with this guy. All right. So you guys can see that full?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the new, this was at Wonderfest, and this was the Batman metal, Batman versus Joker-ish figure. What do you guys think of this one?
I like it. I'm not going to get it, but I like it. I mean, it's cool.
No, I think
concept.
Yeah, for sure. No, it's executed extremely well.
Yeah, definitely.
Not something that I'm going to get, but it's definitely a cool piece.
Yeah, it's based pretty much right off of the cover of Dark Knight's Metal.
That's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
If it was smaller.
I like how the hair is at the bottom, the green hair kind of swoops around the curved base. That looks really cool. It's a neat
The armor on Batman is crazy good too. The detail.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. It's insane.
Well, it really looks like fabric to me. Like especially like the belt. The belts look fabric. I mean, I know that the fur is like real,
Right.
but doesn't it? I mean, the material looks incredible to me. It looks really well executed.
Yeah.
Again, this isn't a piece that I would get, but I do think it's neat. Let's see what else there's. This was the Aquaman we saw at San Diego Comic-Con. A lot of these photos are from Toy Arc, so I want to give him props.
You know, they told me that is the production piece on one of their chats.
Really?
There.
I think
I asked them if it was a prototype and they said it was a production piece. So looks pretty good.
It does. It looks good.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm teetering on the fence with him.
Especially for the scale, you know, if you don't want 1/3, and I think that this is a little bit better than Prime 1's portrait.
You know, the Prime 1 is going to take up way more room for one.
Yeah, I think it's well done. I like the pose too. All right, here we go, Mac.
There you go. Finger on the button.
Finger on the button. So one thing that really stands out to me is the skin texturing and color. I think it looks really good. We've talked about it throughout the show. I do feel like, even though it is an action pose, I do feel like there's something. I don't know. Maybe I guess it doesn't excite me. I guess with the pose, maybe. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys feel what I'm feeling here?
Yeah, I know what you're saying, Chris. It does not look like he's in motion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It looks like it's like a pose. It almost looks like a karate pose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, though.
I mean, I hate to say that because I want this piece and I want it to be epic, but there's something that's holding me back too with the pose. But the details are incredible. I mean, it's
insane.
It's insane.
You would think that if he had drove him into the ground, he would have been like coming down.
More, you mean, on his arms?
Yeah.
Someone in the Facebook group, Chris, posted a suggestion of Bane kind of having his fists in the air, kind of victorious, which I thought would have been an awesome pose.
That would have been. I didn't see that pose, but that would have been neat.
Yep.
And he would have been looking straight ahead and
exactly
made some people happy. But yeah, Bane. So it'll be. Excuse me.
For that much money, I think you should be happy with it, and not.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
Not thinking, this could be better, or if that was different.
This was at San Diego Comic-Con. This is the Batgirl. This is a piece that it's not for me, but I do feel like the convention photos made her look better. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, still not wild about it. I just got the older one. off of
Yeah, I
eBay.
Yes, you did. It's awesome.
Yeah,
That
I like
one
that. I
is-
like that one myself.
I think she's just way better. I mean, like, she is what I think Batgirl should be.
Yeah.
With the colors and all of that.
Is this the banana peel one that looks like she's slipping on it?
Yeah.
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 She's
Going down the rabbit hole to Prime One land.
They tried to make her look like she's like breaking through a window of some sort.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like this piece is a little bit of a miss.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a little bit better shot there. Portrait looks good.
Oh shit.
I do like how the belt's flying up. I think that's neat.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the smile though. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the execution of the portrait in terms of the facial structure, but the smile itself is, I don't know, if you're pouncing through a window, I'm not sure that you're smiling when you're doing that.
Yeah, that to me could have been exclusive. I think like an angry face or a aggressive fighting face would have been better.
The other portrait is more of an oh shit expression.
Yeah, like, oh, I'm flying through a window, or oh shit, I'm flying through a window. And there's no,
Flipped on a banana peel.
yeah,
Now that would have been a funny exclusive.
Yeah, it would have been.
A 1/4 scale banana peel.
Yep. I would have bought that one.
This one we saw the last show had just been previewed. What do you guys think of this bust?
there are elements of it I like. There are elements of it that I don't like. I don't understand that the chin and the cheeks and like, or at least where the smile lines are, it just does not. And even the cheeks. I mean, the structure is really kind of strange under that mask. You kind of have
what, like on a person's chin, what would this be?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's odd.
I mean, like,
something that needs biopsied and checked. I mean,
Yeah.
Like
I was thinking that.
This is done by the same person, I'm assuming, that did the Wolverine and the.
It looks like the same head
and
with
the
different masks on.
Yeah. So I mean, I do feel like it's a cool piece, but I don't know if it's better than the one I have.
Mm-mm.
No.
Yeah, and there's
No.
something. The mouth is too long.
Yeah. I like the OG one better.
Yeah.
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 It will remain one of my favorites for sure. There's one more picture. I do feel like from certain angles it looks better than others, but I don't know. This was mentioned earlier. This is from Tweeterhead. Got to see some of these pieces in some videos, and they continue to impress me. I think just, the studio
looks really good.
Justice.
Yeah, that's a cool looking piece.
It's neat. This I think. What?
It was Archangel's comment in the chat. Sorry.
What did he say?
I'm getting the sad face Batman. I'm putting him next to Martha's headstone. Oh,
I love that guy. He is funny. Oh, so funny. This one is the Kotobukiya.
Yeah, I dig that one a lot. Is this
cool.
PVC or is this a resin piece?
It looks resin to me.
Okay, I just wasn't sure. I mean, a lot of their pieces
like that.
are PVC, which is totally fine. I just didn't know what they were doing with this one.
And I'm
What
not
size?
sure. Yeah, I don't know what the scale is. It looks small.
Yeah, but
To me.
it's really good. It looks good.
But it's a neat
It looks
piece.
really good. Yeah,
Okay.
I like this one.
I think this one's really fun.
Yeah.
These, these are not necessarily on my radar. I think they're really good. These are the animated series pieces from Sideshow. But seeing these at a convention, I'm more sold on them. I think they look really good. Especially, I was surprised. I really liked the Joker too.
I really like her.
Yeah,
Harley Quinn looked really good.
She's fantastic. That photo right there of her face, especially, like, she looks really good, painted well. But I did feel like the Joker was better at these conventions than in photos. But none of you guys are getting any of these, are you?
No, I'm not.
No.
No.
but I'm glad to see that they're continuing the line. I mean, they're adding more pieces. So I know some people are collecting them all. This was also shown for the first time at a convention. These are the 1/3 scale busts from Sideshow. A lot of people are real surprised about it being 1/3. What's your take on that?
It's kind of, yeah, I think it's, the Wolverine's cool for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, them being 1/3, they're still busts and they're look like by the size of them, they're still going to be easily displayable. So, if you have the space and you like the character, might as well get it.
Are you surprised though that they went 1/3 for busts instead of half scale?
Yeah, I actually am surprised, but
Yeah.
it's.
I think the 1/3's a really nice size for bust though. I've got a couple of pieces that, I've got the Dark Knight Returns, Prime 1 bust. That's really nice. I don't have intention of buying the full size piece.
Right.
And it's just a nice way to kind of have that represented in the collection without taking up all kinds of room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I have 2 of those myself. So I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
This Wolverine, I think the Wolverine's incredible.
Yeah, it is. It looks great.
Yeah, it looks great.
And I wish they would have done that on their last Wolverine. It's like made it that style. I think it's cool.
What did Tim think about it? I'm just curious. Was he going to get that piece? I know he collects a lot of Wolverine stuff.
Yeah,
so.
He's getting that, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
I can't see the chat now with it full screen, but is he still there?
No, he took off.
Okay.
But I'm sure he's getting this.
I would assume.
I mean, it looks almost, the style of it looks similar to the PF, but it's a little.
I think it's better than the PF.
Mhm.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think it's really.
Yeah, I like that.
Face is incredible.
Yeah, the face is
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
This was shown. This actually got a lot of attention from a lot of people making comments on Catwoman. She's been available for pre-order for a while. I have her on pre-order. This is the alternative head sculpt from the animated series.
Yeah.
I personally like the other head sculpt better, but people were really impressed. They were real surprised how good she's turned out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to get her.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's awesome.
And I think that's one that I probably would use both head sculpts and just change them out because they're both really good.
They are.
Mhm. Yep.
I did sell my original Catwoman to get her, and I think I made the right choice. I think she just is really well done.
Yeah.
She's a great representation
so
of that
different.
character.
So
For
different.
sure.
Yeah,
You see poses like this from like Diamond Select, but you don't see it very much from Sideshow or even Prime 1 for that matter. So I'm really impressed with the risk they took with this piece. It's cool. It's neat.
I think she will look good with the Poison Ivy.
Yeah, I think so too.
got.
Yeah, it'll be neat to see them side by side.
Because
Jim,
with her being up higher and then so much of the base on Poison Ivy is a big focus that I think they'll balance out each other well.
yeah, I agree.
Yep.
Let's see who's next here. Oh, I thought this was a neat piece. This is a smaller piece, but it's from DC Collectibles, and I just did not see anything like this.
This looks like what they did with their heroes,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
the Bat family,
Yeah.
were pieces that all went together in one like rooftop diorama scene.
Oh, sorry, I lost my arrow here. Let's see if I can get it back here. There we go. That's the other side. So it's got 4 villains.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's neat.
Uh-huh.
Something different. Again,
Yeah,
if
like
you were somebody that couldn't afford like the Batman Sanity from XM Studios, this is a great, budget-friendly option to have a bunch of villains all together in a neat pose.
Yeah.
So, something different. I thought this piece was beautiful. This is a part of the CoverGirl line that they've been doing, and this is, of course, from the wedding. But
That looks good.
I thought,
Yeah,
it was incredible.
That one's pretty impressive. That base is amazing.
Yeah, it's
that's awesome.
really neat. So I could see this one being real popular, especially if they get the face painted that nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
But I mean, they nailed it. I mean, they nailed the art.
Who's doing this one?
This is DC Collectibles.
Okay, well.
So part of that CoverGirl line from. I wanted to say Art Germ, but it's not Art Germ. It's who does these? Saint Lucia or not Saint Lucia? What's something Lucia?
Yeah, they're from
Aunt Lucia.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's from that line. But
Chris, did you end up ordering that XM Sanity piece?
I did not.
No.
And the reason, well, there's lots of reasons, but with Sideshow coming out with all the new villains.
Oh, right. Yep.
If Sideshow hadn't teased Mr. Freeze and then Scarecrow and,
right,
had that art print, I probably would have bought it.
Yep.
Because that Sanity still is my, my mission of Batman with the villains, but knowing that Sideshow is going to be doing it as well, I stuck with Sideshow.
Yep.
On that piece. But it's still amazing. I mean, I would still love to own it.
Yeah.
But at the time, especially with my Batcave setup, I didn't know how that piece would look next to 1/4 scale pieces and surrounded by 1/3.
Right.
And so I was really worried that it'd be overshadowed. But now my collection is going to be displayed differently, so I might revisit it at some point. But
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see.
Cool.
This was Domino.
Love this one.
Yeah, she looked phenomenal.
Yeah.
A lot of high praise for her. I always think they look so much better under the the lights of the convention. Anybody getting this one?
No,
No.
I'm not.
No, I'm not either.
But she was very surprising because of the different colors that you could see from the pictures and videos in this, where she didn't look so just solid.
Yeah, she almost has like purple tint to her.
Yeah.
Suit. You can really see it right here in the chest and on the shoulders. So that's nice. This was a Kid Pool. Pretty affordable piece. A small piece though. So I guess I just had one photo of that, but this one got a lot of attention. This, of course, is the Flash. Finally, people have been begging for this one for a very long time. The proportions are real interesting. It's like he's running. He's running so fast that his hands are kind of stretched a little further than normal. What do you guys think of this? It was kind of a risky sculpt, in my opinion. Yeah,
I like it. I think it looks pretty good when you compare it to that and the. I mean, the only one that I can think of is the new 52 from Prime 1. I mean, I think this one possibly is a little bit better.
I agree. I've seen the one from Prime 1, and it's a little dull because it does not look like it doesn't look like they caught him in motion.
Yeah.
Like this.
Right.
Because if somebody Daniel Bell showed some photographs of an actual, I don't know if it was a track racer or something, but I mean, when somebody really is running that fast, the shoulders kind of really go back a lot farther than, because on the new 52, it is almost like they just caught it in a mid jog, and the shoulders are kind of kept in a straight line, and they're not. The angle is very different.
I mean, you could say that Daniel Bell is an expert in anatomy. I mean, the way he captures these characters, and there's a reason why he has the reputation he does in the community. It's kind of gotten to the point where people are like, "Oh, it's a Daniel Bell piece. I'm going to get it whether I like it or not." There is that mentality.
But the thing about it is, in the MCE's video and Secret Sanctuaries, when you see this piece in actual moving, not just a still photograph, it does not look as elongated out as it does when you catch it in pictures.
Right. Yeah.
It makes more sense when you're seeing it in actual 3D.
Yep.
And if you see it from the front, it makes a big difference too. Like you don't feel
and the face sculpt looks amazing.
It just takes one bad picture at one angle to really kind of throw it off.
Yeah. And this face sculpt and head sculpt is just far and away above, way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In terms of
everybody that was there filming or videoing couldn't say anything bad about it. They were like, you really have to see it because it looks like there's a lot of motion going on.
Yeah, I feel like it's a home run piece for Sideshow. I'm so glad that they're finally visiting some of these DC characters because I feel like it's been, kind of a really big dry spell for DC stuff. And like, with Green Arrow and this guy, I feel like they've really been on a roll.
Yeah, he looks really good. And when you compare, like Max said, to the other Flash that's out there, sometimes, like especially on the other Flash that's out there, that translucent resin, it either doesn't photograph well or just, and that particular, like that face looks weird to me on that other one.
It does.
It does. It looks like waxy. I don't know.
Yeah, I would agree. This next one is Mr. Freeze. So this piece kind of got a lot of crap at first. When it first came out, I loved it from the beginning. People were like, "How could you love this after you have the Prime One piece?" Mm-hmm. Well, they're so incredibly different. They're two different styles, and people always, I don't know. I always see people complaining about the artistic license that Sideshow takes on things. Well, so does the comic books. Like every issue is different. Like every time you read a Mr. Freeze story, he looks different. Mm-hmm. He's got the same domed head and then maybe the red eyes, but his weapon always looks different. His armor always looks different. So this is just another representation of the character, and I love this piece. And I think seeing him in person for a lot of people's perspective, I think that they kind of backtracked on their words a little bit. What do you guys think?
I will say that myself. I didn't like it when I first saw the pictures on Sideshow, but seeing it on the from the show, it looks really good to me. And I have the Prime One, so but that one looks good. It's a good alternative to get this one if you don't have the space or the funds to get the the Prime One.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yep.
But I'm excited that a lot of people are excited about it now, and I hope I do feel like it was overpriced on Sideshow. What was it, like 700 some? I can't remember now. But,
yeah.
Oh wow.
It was expensive, but I do have this one on pre-order along with Catwoman and Scarecrow. So my Rogues Gallery is definitely going to expand, and I'm really excited about that. But I again, if Sideshow's watching this at all, thank you for again revisiting these because I've wanted it for a long time. I'm really excited.
Chris, are you building a new display case for the quarter scales?
I've thought about it. I thought about just I have a bigger garage shelf that's like double wide, the one I have now. I'm considering it. I'd have to have a new that backdrop printed again, but larger. Right. But it's definitely something I've considered. I really wish I knew. I mean, right now I could fit 3 or 4 right now because I sold Batgirl and I sold Batwoman. But actually, I think I still have Batwoman for sale. I can't remember. Everything's gone out of my house now, so I don't know. So I have space for those 3. It really will depend if they do a Penguin or a Riddler or a Two-Face or a Man-Bat like in that painting. Then I'm gonna have to get a bigger shelf. So that's definitely something to consider. I'm kind of dreading it, but at the same time, we'll have to kind of wait and see where I end up putting it in the space. But good question. This is Gambit. This is, I think, another really great piece. I know A10 was really excited about this one. What do you guys think about Gambit?
Yeah, I think he looks awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfection. Yeah. I mean, that's just, I don't know. I don't know these characters well, but that's like even one more. I'm like, that one's worth the money. Whatever price tag they slap on it, it's worth the money.
And this one's not up for pre-order yet, right?
Not yet, no.
No, not yet.
No, because of this month, though.
Okay.
But for me, I think that this Gambit, I personally like it better than the one XM has showed.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, I agree. And it's got the Danger Room base, so it matches up with Rogue real nice.
Yep.
I love the direction lately here. I think Sideshow's really stepped up their game, and competition will do that for you. And so I'm really glad that there's a lot of competitors out there, because it really challenges the artists, and it definitely benefits the collectors. This is another one shown. We've seen this one. We've talked about it. This is Green Lantern, and people still think that he looks great, but of course the construct has changed. Are you guys still kind of in the feeling that this looks plasticky?
Yeah.
It looks like a super soaker.
It
That's
does.
hilarious. It does. It really does.
Yeah. This plastic piece,
It's just a bad choice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, the rest of it is like 110%.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, even if there was a way to remove that
Yeah.
from it,
The figure looks great. You're right.
yeah, I mean it's absolutely amazing looking.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how many
And
people
that
will
just
try to
killed
repaint
it.
that.
And it's like, why, I mean, look at the difference, the stark difference between the green in his suit and then the green of the, like, at least match that up. Like, those constructs generally match the color of their suits for the most part, right? So it's like,
They usually do.
why that light green
They're
snot
usually pretty
color?
similar.
It doesn't, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah,
And that's still something that could easily be fixed,
Right.
just to change the paint color. I mean, and I don't know where they are in production, so I mean, I say that, but I don't know. But if this was early enough in the production, they could have easily, even if they went with this cheaper material instead of that, that more translucent material that they originally had, they could have at least, like you said, painted it a darker color, and maybe people would have been like, oh, then it looks a little bit better now.
Mm-hmm.
But and like I said, I'm wondering how many people will actually have it painted. This one was from Blitzway, right? And in conjunction with Prime One Studio. So Prime One Studio is working with Blitzway. I'm not as familiar with Blitzway stuff, but I know that they're going to be doing the Heath Ledger Joker in 1/3 scale that they teased. But this is a result. Now, some of the original photos that came out, people were really trashing this piece. But then some better photos like this one came out. I think this is pretty darn good.
I think it looks great. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I think it was pretty good. I mean, it's not spot on, but I mean, you know who that is.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's something that maybe
Something about the color looks off. I don't know if it's the hair or the skin. To me,
Yeah, I think it's the hair. I agree with you, Jeff, but I think it's the hair.
Yeah, I would say so.
You think what do you think it would need?
It just looks too yellow.
yeah.
Her hair on the
So
shoulder.
her hair was wide.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So maybe just if they painted a little, try to do a little test, because obviously this was the first time we've seen this piece.
Right.
Is that real
It's
fabric?
crazy looking.
I don't know. I mean, that detail is ridiculous. I mean, just even the shape of her arm, and it's very, I don't know, it's very real looking, regardless of scale. I mean, that just everything there looks really good.
Because what was she, quarter scale or 1/3?
I thought 1/3, but I could be wrong.
That's too big, but yeah.
Yeah, I
if
bet
it was a little bit smaller, I would.
Were you guys surprised that this was at this event with the history with Sideshow and Prime One?
Yeah, I guess I was a little surprised seeing some of the stuff, but
Yeah.
I'm not on the inside, so
Yeah.
I think the sculpt and everything's wonderful, but there's just something with the colors, like it looks extremely fake to me with the way it looks or something.
Yeah, I think like what you guys said about the hair, I think that's pretty spot on. The hair looks sculpted nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is another one shown. This is that Hawkman. I think I just
no.
continue to think he looks just insanely good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm fighting that one too.
Yeah. I'm looking for.
Let me tell you, if you watch Cisco's video of this and the other Iron Studio stuff, she got the best video of any of this stuff, because that Hawkman is crazy looking.
I want to give a shout out to Cisco. It's Cisco on YouTube. If you've never checked out her channel, Rebecca, I don't know. I assume she lives overseas somewhere, but just the best quality videos on the internet. Like just her, the way she films, just really good close-ups and zooms out. And so definitely check out that channel. It's Cisco. I definitely recommend it. Just like I'm sure you guys have seen most of the videos too, and they're always just the highest quality.
Because nobody but her has caught the detail in. I mean, his face looks amazing.
Yeah,
really amazing.
I don't have a better photo, but it's good. It's a cool piece. Hey, what do you think of this one? This was
get it off the screen.
Yeah, this is Iron Studio Joker. I thought this was pretty cute.
What scale is that?
110.
110.
Oh, okay, that's cool. That's
But the cool thing is that they gave you the crazy head with the mask and the Reba McEntire wig.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was neat. And you know, they've been so focused on the Avengers stuff, so maybe they'll do a bunch of Dark Knight stuff. It's pretty neat. But I thought that was cool. Oh, there's that Joker. Speaking of Joker, this was also shown. I really think that this one looks really good from the convention floor. You know, especially from a little bit of a distance. This portrait's hard because the photo of Heath Ledger, if you're familiar with this photo, he just looks weird in that photo. It was one of the very first one. Actually, I think it was the second photo revealed of him as the Joker when they did the online scavenger hunt. And so the face is a little bit odd, but I feel like they did an amazing job with this piece. What do you guys think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like it. I mean, I think it looks great.
I think they caught the head sculpt a little better than the Hot Toys quarter scale did.
I agree. And
I canceled that. I had the exclusive ordered and canceled when photos and videos started coming out.
Some people say, you know, I read that they say that fourth scale is like, you know, just spot on, and I don't see it at all. But I don't know. I think that what was it, Interbay? I thought they did a really good job with that sculpt, you know, years ago.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at this thing up close, I don't think it looks great here, but obviously this is way blown up. I mean, this is going to be. I feel like all their movie pieces are kind of small. The ones I've had are undersized a little bit to me, but this piece is cool. And of course, you know, supposedly the Prime 1 piece and the Queen Studio piece, they're all the same pose here. So it'll be interesting to see what these companies do. I know the Queen Studio piece apparently does have rooted hair. So, but for a 1/4 scale piece, I think they did a really nice job here. That's the one PJ was talking about, right?
That is the one.
Yeah, the Jungle Predator.
And this one was pretty crazy. It like came with a second base with the plants back here. So it's like it was 2 massive pieces if you wanted to do it. What do you guys think of this one?
I love it.
Yeah, it's crazy cool. It also came with, it has 4 head sculpts.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't have a Predator piece, and that'd be one that I'd buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty darn epic.
Yeah.
Well, would you get the extra base with the plant, or would you just do the single?
Absolutely. I get the plant, the body first.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see what the price tag is on this one.
Yeah.
Expensive.
Yeah, that was going to be another.
I'll tell you right now, expensive.
Yeah, it's going to be another Goku.
Yep.
Yeah. It'll be a lot. Punisher, we've seen him before. I still think he looks good.
Yeah, I still think so too. I don't have him on PO, but I think he looks good.
Threw this one in. I thought I'm a wrestling fan from way back in the day, and I thought this one was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
You can switch out the torso with the Rock, or this one right here, the current Dwayne Johnson version here. But look at the likeness here, guys. I mean,
likeness is unreal.
It's next
Yeah,
level.
that's really good. Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
But man, what a photo there. That's just incredible.
Yeah, that thing's awesome.
Base, you can see the base here with the ring. This was part of that line with Ric Flair and the Undertaker, not the Undertaker, Ultimate Warrior. For the wrestling fans in the group. This is another big surprise from Prime One. This is a Red Sonja. What do you guys think about this one?
Love that one too.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Some people were kind of nitpicking about the portrait. I think it's really fantastic.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I
that
love.
looks good.
I really like the Prime one. The second one, the one with the snake as well. And I had that one on.
Sideshow, you mean? Sideshow?
Yeah, sorry, yeah, the Sideshow one. I had that one on waitlist, and then I failed to get it, but I like this one a lot.
Yeah, the snake. I mean, just the pose is really very dynamic. Mixed media on this piece. Skin texture. I don't know if I have any photos up close, but the skin texture, like you can see the bumps on her skin. Like it's just Prime One does skin very well.
Yeah.
But detail base, it's just very well done.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, this makes me want to be a Red Sonja fan. I mean, just yeah.
Yeah, thing's awesome.
But yeah, cool piece. Anybody thinking about picking it up or not in your wheelhouse?
Nope.
You know me. I don't know.
Yeah. I know.
I like it, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah. I had a lot of photos of her. I wonder why. Looks good. Oh, this one I'm really excited about. This is Scarecrow. What do you guys think about him? Premium format.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, I dig him. Yeah, it looks good. It's super creepy.
I love the risk they took with the base. It's definitely not your standard base for sure. I mean, people have been asking for a Robin for a really long time, and they're kind of throwing us a bone with that with Jason Todd here. But if you're new to this statue, if you've never seen it, basically the story is that Scarecrow is given Batman the fear toxin, and this is what Batman sees. Jason Todd coming out of the grave. But man, what a cool statue!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that base is crazy. It looks awesome. Looking forward to seeing this one in New York in person.
Yeah, it'll be.
Tells me it looks even better in person.
What do you guys think about that switch out?
I went ahead and bought the EX, but I don't think I'd ever use it.
Gotcha.
I just think this head is just it's that. I mean, to me, it's like it's animated series Scarecrow. To me, it's a lot of people were like, well, because they had kind of bought into that Nightmare line and they had teased a Scarecrow, and people have been asking me, could they use that as part of that line? The scale might be close. You might be okay here. And I don't know really what different they could do with the Nightmare line, or if that line's dead, I'm not sure. But I'm just so glad they did a premium format of this. I've wanted a Scarecrow forever. And I just think they just did a fantastic job.
Yeah, I think so.
And the purple, the purple's surprising, but man, it really pops. I had that purple Catwoman in my display, and man, she just pops so hard against the Joker's purple coat, and this is really going to do a really nice job. But can't wait to get that in my display. Did anybody else order it? Nope.
No.
Not yet. I'm going to crazy.
Cool.
99.9. I just want to see it in person.
Yeah.
But I'm right there. The only one thing that I know, he's supposed to be skinny. Hit that back leg. He looks extremely skinny.
Yeah. I don't know if I have any angles from behind.
Yeah.
I don't think I do. I forgot to save a couple extras, but it looks extreme. I mean, I hate to say the word brittle.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Being that thing, if if they better have it packed really good, because it does scare me. It's incredibly thin.
Yeah. No, I'm right there. I'm sure I'll be ordering it.
And people were kind of mad about the price point. It's not as much as Freeze, but they're like, oh, he's so skinny. But I feel like you're paying for a lot of base.
Yeah, I agree. And the base is awesome. The whole thing it's awesome. The pose is great too. And
a lot like Lauren said with Bane, having that extra 1/3 scale statue. In a way, this is a little bit like you're getting an extra 1/4.
Yep.
Spider-Man we saw. I still think this is a really great piece.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that piece. I'm just not really big on I can't get past the head sculpt for some reason.
Yeah. But speaking of head sculpts, this one's a little controversial with the head sculpt, but I love this thing. I think it looks great. This is J. Scott Campbell. What do you guys think of this one?
The Ted Bundy smile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there is a regular, masked portrait one also, right? I think.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
You can swap out, but I think they did a really good job of capturing the art. Except for this
she looks amazing.
Yeah,
they did a killer job with her.
Very similar face to the Little Mermaid one they did. I just think they really have captured his style in the 3D form. I think it's great. But fun piece. And this is this isn't 1/4 though. This is smaller than that, right?
I think it's 1/5.
1/5, yeah. This one I don't know anything about, but this one's definitely got some attention. I think this one is it Deja, right? Or Dea or something like that. I'm not exactly sure, but
Deja Thoris.
This one kind of came out of nowhere. I don't know anything about the character. Do you guys know anything about this one?
I don't really know much about her. I just know how to say her name, I guess.
I think she's from John Carter, right? I think.
Yeah. Wasn't she the Martian princess?
Right.
But she looks incredible in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks great.
I don't know if something that you could have in your living room, but at least not mine. This is another one. Well, another one, maybe not in my living room either, but I think this one is incredible. I just seeing it with the convention lights. I don't know. I'm sold on this piece. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I wish I knew the character more, but not Batman enough for me. This was first time we saw her. This is Cheetah from Tweeterhead, and a couple different swap outs. But I think the paint on her looks really fun.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
So expanding their line. They also had, I didn't get a photo here, but they had a dark side also that was unpainted. So that'll be a work in progress coming from Tweeterhead.
The photos I saw of dark side, it was kind of hard to tell. The lighting was not.
Yeah, it wasn't favorable.
Really see a lot of detail to it. So
it was kind of that same light they had on Scarecrow. It was hard to get a good photo of him.
Yeah.
That light was right above him. This was the Wolverine piece. I think this is an awesome piece. I really think this is fun.
I think everything they showed looked better there than it did in their photographs.
Yeah, I would agree. I don't know why, what it is about a studio that just, maybe it just washes it out sometimes. But and Sideshow does a great job with their photography and their, their backgrounds and the smoke effects they use. But something about the lighting with an overhead light like this, it just really shows it off. And I agree with you, Jeff. I think that all the pieces looked way better. It was neat.
And Daniel Bell also, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's a couple other photos I want to talk about real quick before we get done. This was some in-hand photos of Psylocke. What do you guys think of how she turned out?
I think she turned out pretty good.
I watched Barbara's video last night, and I thought she looked really good. It was a little bit easier to see. From the video, you could see a little bit more of, I think, what their intent was with the sculpt than just the photos.
I haven't had a chance to watch George's review. What did he end up saying about this piece?
He ended up liking it.
Good.
So he didn't love it. I think that's what he said.
Yeah.
Better than he thought it would be. So
I think it turned out pretty good. I think this head sculpt looks better than the, those early teaser images when they changed it. But I don't know if I still like the original one better or not.
Yeah, I think I like the OG one a little bit more.
Yeah.
Just my take.
Yeah. This one went up for pre-order this week, and I can't remember the company name, but it kind of came out of nowhere. I thought this one was kind of something different. Again.
The Nesco.
Oh, thank you, Nes. Yeah. And another budget piece, but something different.
From Enesco.
Mm-hmm.
So cool.
Yeah, I think this just went up for
kind of different for them.
Yeah,
it is. It's very different. Yeah, it's fine. I don't know that it's a budget piece, man. It's like $400.
Was it really?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought it was like 200, but maybe. Well, 400 doesn't seem very budgety to me either. Yeah.
What size is it?
1/6.
That's expensive.
Yeah.
Or a 1/6, man. That's when you can get tweeter head.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. It's too much.
I feel like it was I think it was $3.99. That's what I feel like. I mean, so I could be wrong. Feel free to correct me if I am, but I feel like it was $3.99 for 1/6, which just it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
No.
So this one I'm really excited about, and I am definitely considering ordering this. This was a piece that I saw in person a couple years ago in Denver. It was the original version, but this piece, if you don't know the history of it, was plagued with the production. Like nothing fit together. There was pegs sticking out. Things were broken. It was just a nightmare. Now some people were able to kind of finagle it to look decent, but I'm just surprised that they're coming out with a second version. It's the same thing, but they've re-engineered it, so now things fit into place right. And instead of him being the blue and gray, now he's the black and gray. But it's still a really fun piece that tells a story. What do you guys think of this piece now that they've redone it?
Yeah, I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah, I love it.
I watched a couple videos about reviews for it because I had thought about trying to get that because it looks so cool, but after seeing the problems, decided not to. But this would make me rethink it for sure.
Yeah, I think I would wait to see reviews before I buy it, though, but I
love the concept of it.
Yeah, if it comes out, the second version has the same issues, that would be a nightmare. But it's still a fun piece. This one we didn't talk about. I didn't have any photos from the convention, but this is the new Iron Man. I really like this piece. I feel like the pose is a little bit weird, but the lighting effects is incredible. Like that is not Photoshop. That's just amazing. What do you guys think of this one?
Yeah,
it looked great in the video. I think the pose looked better too because it reminded me of one of the scenes in particular where he does blow something up right under him and is shooting out at something else. So it looked pretty authentic from a particular scene.
Well, and again, it's not that, people complain all the time about the Captain Morgan pose.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it kind of is a little bit with his leg up, but it's definitely something different. It's dynamic. And with the lighting effect, I mean, the smoke is really, like you said, in the videos was really well done.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like if they can deliver it to where it looks like that.
Dan, is this one you would pick up?
It is. When they first showed this one, my thought was, would I trade either I've got the Mark III, the Mark I, Mark II. 2, 3, and then I'll have the end game. And so I'm looking at it from the perspective of, okay, how many of the same character do I want in the collection? There's so many other pieces. Yeah. So right now I'm passing on this one just because I can't imagine replacing any of the others with it.
Yeah. Well, and it'll be interesting to see what he looks like when he how he's painted, because some of the Iron Man pieces have had issues in the past.
Right.
With paint lines and things like that. So I have a feeling
I think they've had a problem getting the suit color quite right.
Yeah, the golds have been off a little bit.
They end up looking a little more brassy.
Yeah,
gold.
I agree with that. So this is another piece that I would just kind of wait and see how it turns out. This was another surprise. I'm anxious to hear you guys' thoughts on this, but this was basically what they did is they took the Hush Superman and they made it a black version. They're giving us 3 head sculpts. I think all 3 head sculpts look incredible. I really like this bearded sculpt with the short hair. I think that's really neat. And also the sculpted cape. No, I'm sorry. The fabric cape version had a 360 rotation. This also has a 360 rotation, but there's no cape. Some people have said, and they're mad about this version because they said that he did not wear the black suit in Hush, and that is correct. So it's not really a Hush version necessarily, but it is. He did wear a black suit in the comic books. What do you guys think of this piece? That they decided to do a variant like this.
Man, I like that they did it. I guess if they'd have like maybe changed up the suit design a little bit instead of just kind of coloring it black and then just kind of painting it, but that's me. I mean, if you're going off of like the comic when he wore that, I mean, I think the costume design is a little different. Well,
somebody said that like in the black suit he didn't have the black tights or the black trunk.
Yeah.
So they said that was not accurate. So there's things that are bothering fans about it, but it's definitely something different that not every company is offering. So
yeah, right. I mean, it's cool. It's definitely cool. I like the head sculpts. Those are like those are pretty cool.
Yeah, I think they're all really good, and it's it's that same head sculpt as the Hush one. But it just they obviously added hair, and so it's definitely. I really like this one. Right.
Yeah.
I think if you're a fan, there's no way you're probably getting another one anytime soon.
I would think not. I would think most people ordered the red.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, there's that. I threw this in here because I didn't have photos earlier, but that's the exclusive head sculpt for those of you that didn't see it earlier. I think it's good, but this one to me looks like it could have been more of that Nightmare Batman series.
Right. Yeah.
So if you do have that line, I could see you getting this piece. And again, I don't know how the scale will match up because the Joker piece is kind of small, but you could definitely do something like this for that Nightmare line and probably make it work.
Yeah.
But I did want to show that to everybody. Oh, here's another. It's kind of more like a pumpkin head.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah, that's what I thought of when I saw it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's all of them there. Let's go back to that. And we're back. All right.
Cool.
So, that is all the photos. Anything else?
Hot Toys did show the was it Batman Forever Robin and the Val Kilmer Batman. So I'm kind of excited about that. That's something new DC related for Hot Toys.
Yeah, I think the Val Kilmer one looks great. The Robin one isn't as accurate because it has the nipples, which was really in Batman and Robin and not in Batman Forever. But, and it's hard to make that look cool. But the Val Kilmer one, I think, looks pretty good because there was really nothing wrong with that suit.
No.
From the Val Kilmer movie. The movie was crap, but the Val Kilmer suit was pretty cool.
Yeah.
In terms
and the TV Flash, they showed that too. So I'm excited about those.
Yeah, it's nice that they're offering some things that aren't the same. It's so many of the figures they've redone over and over again. Well, I mean, statues, they do the same thing with statues, but I'm sure a lot of hot toy collectors are really like yourself. I'm really excited about something different.
Yeah.
But
then we got to see a little more of the Batman Beyond today.
Yeah, Sam Blake just said Daniel Beal. Sam, if you don't know, they're doing a 1/4 scale premium format of Batman Beyond with a regular head sculpt, and then also an animated head sculpt as well. There's photos online. I have a preview video coming up in the next day, so that'll be up, and it does go up for pre-order tomorrow. So Thursday, whenever you're watching this, it's Thursday, August 8th. And I can't remember the price. I think it was like around 600, right? I think.
Right just under.
Like right under, like 595.
Yep.
So yeah, a lot of people are really excited about that because they've never done a Batman Beyond statue. So
I don't know anything about the show, but I mean, is it who is the character?
Terry McGinnis is the character that takes over. And it's so really started as an animated thing, and Bruce Wayne is older, and it's kind of ends up becoming a curmudgeon-y old mentor. But Terry McGinnis kind of gets this upgraded suit. It's in the future. That's
what I figured from the suit.
What is speaking of Kevin Conroy doing that voice for that? So what's that new show that have you guys been seeing it? That they're predicting that Mark Hamill will be the Joker and Kevin Conroy will be Old Man Batman.
It's a crossover event that the CW is doing, some sort of multiverse event or something.
On Crisis on Infinite Earth, I think.
That's right. That's what it was. And I don't know much about it, but it just sounds awesome, like what they're doing. So it's definitely got my interest. I just didn't know if you guys knew anything about it or not. But pretty neat.
I saw the last crossover things that they did, and it was pretty good.
Yeah, they do a good job
for a TV show.
Yeah, Master Barber, that's fair. He was commenting about the Batman Forever not being crap, and he's right. It's not crap. It's goofy, but totally fair.
I always kind of felt like
Batman and Robin.
I thought Val Kilmer did it.
Movies were like a tribute or takeoff or their interpretation of the Adam West Batman.
Yeah,
I mean, Val Kilmer intentionally campy.
Right, you're right. They're trying to create some of that. It was definitely different. So,
who's all seen the Hush? The animated.
I did.
Was it? You like it?
No.
Uh-oh.
What didn't you like?
They changed the story a good little bit.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Like in like a big way, or were they just trying to stretch it out a little bit longer? Do you think, like they did with Killing Joke?
No, I think they could have went a little bit longer and really done it justice. It seemed like they took a shortcut with it.
Yeah, they changed Gotham by Gaslight, and I thought they did a good job with that one.
Yeah,
but I haven't seen the Hush one, and I just, from what I'm hearing, it doesn't sound like they did a good enough or as good a job at changing that one.
Because I think it just came out.
Yesterday.
Yeah,
but it was available on digital, I think 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
and I went ahead and bought it, and was like, nah.
The thing I wish is like all these films, and like I've never been into anime, but like all of those are that anime style. I wish that they drew them like the comics.
Yeah.
That animation's hard, man. I think it's they need to up DC's animation. Like their movies for a really long time were sort of the standard bearer, and I really think they need to up their game in terms of their animation if they want to stay relevant.
It seems like the last couple have been slipping quite a bit.
Did you guys see my interview with Lee Bermejo?
Yeah.
So I love what he said, because I asked him about that. For those of you that may have missed it, I asked him about would he like to see the Bermejo, like Noel or something, or Joker in animated form, and he said no right away.
He didn't even have to think about it.
Style, and I don't understand why they don't. And maybe it's cheaper to go through that way, or with those those animators.
I would think it would have to be a good bit cheaper, because I think it would take a lot longer and a lot more work to get that animated.
Yeah, it would be a major production to do that type of level of detail. I think in turn you're talking about like a full length animated feature, like a Disney movie, right?
I think of the attention they would get. Like I think the community would respond a lot better. I don't know. I think I see any of those, and like they have this great cover art, and the cover art on that looks amazing. But then you see the film, and like it doesn't look like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the Hush animation was just it just didn't do it. And then with the changes too, it was like, it wasn't even really like Hush.
Oh, wow. Well, we're about to find out, so I'll let you guys know.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it'll be.
But I loved it. The story, because I bought, every month the issues came out. It's probably one of my favorite stories, and it was just kind of like, meh, okay.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know that I will watch it again.
Oh, wow.
Well,
And I've rewatched a lot of the movies.
Well, now you kind of make me regret making this purchase.
Well, I did make the comment that I bought it on digital, and I wish I could have returned it.
Oh, wow.
wow. That's a lot. I mean, yeah.
Well, you see this little Hush?
yeah.
Little fit. It's what got me to buy it.
The statue.
Yeah, the little statue.
Little action.
It is a statue or is it a figure?
No, it's a little figure.
Little figure.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I want a Hush
That's
statue.
fine.
When are we gonna get like an
That's
actual Hush statue?
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I would love that.
Chris,
Yeah.
are there any solid rumors on more Hush statues from Prime 1?
They have been incredibly quiet.
Yeah.
I really feel like they were just rolling stuff out so quickly, and then now it's kind of really caught up with them.
Yeah.
Because all those teasers they used to do, and that got me excited. I know it got the community excited with all those Arkham things, and but I feel like it really caught up with them when they were having to start delaying by a year, and it's like I think that was a big wake up call for them because they were so hot off the ground, but it's been really quiet.
Yeah.
Don't they have the Batman event coming up, the 80s?
Yes.
Okay.
So getting back to the Wonderfest thing, a lot of people were saying that they expected more. I expected maybe one or two more pieces to be shown at that event, but I do feel like they're going to show some things. I feel like they'll probably I think they'll show a Hush piece. I really think that they'll at least have Catwoman.
Mm-hmm.
But I've heard no rumblings about that. I know that Talon piece I'm really interested in that they teased.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I would love that piece.
Yeah.
And they've teased a who was it? Zatanna. So I don't know. I think we're going to see some of those pieces at that. I think they'll do it big for that event, to fill up that whole space.
Yeah.
They'll put in some of their old statues too, but I think they're going to want to get a lot of attention from it, especially holding off from Wonderfest. I mean, that could have been a big showing from them. And I also think there's a good chance that we would see the Ledger Joker, unless they've gone back and retooled the pose, which I think is a possibility since other companies are doing the same one.
Yeah.
But we shall see. We shall see. Well, I feel like the show's got on, longer than normal. So thank you guys for sticking with me for the whole 2 hours plus. So
It's been fun, man.
Getting a little late, and I got to go to work in the morning. I know a lot of you guys do too.
Yep.
But thank you guys, all of you, for tuning in. Thank you for everybody in the chat. Let me know in the comments if you liked this new format. I personally like it. I think it's a lot better than what we had before. What did you guys think of doing it this way?
That was great.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I like that we can change the comments up and keep them up on the screen.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I feel like that.
The quality of the video, I'm watching it on YouTube, and it looks really good.
It does.
I mean, everybody's.
Yeah,
I think it looks a lot better.
With Google Hangouts, the max resolution was 780 or 720. I mean, right? Or 720. And this is the same. Like that's the max resolution, but cameras generally, for whatever reason, it shows a little bit better. My camera, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but I just have my webcam instead of my stuff because it's all in storage. But so I feel like mine's a little bit more grainy. Like Jeff, I feel like yours is super sharp. Dan, yours is super sharp. Mac, yours looks good. So I'm hoping it's a better presentation. We have asked this company if they will go up to 1080, and it's something that they're working on. So I'm hoping it's even better in the future. But for the time being, I think this is what we'll use. But I'd love to know, again, you guys watching in the chat, let me know down below if you guys liked this format and if you thought it was a better show. So anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Please give this video a like. That does help the channel out a lot. Helps people just like you find this content, and the channels like Mac as well. So definitely check out Mac Collectors, Mac Collections, excuse me. And everybody have a great night. Thanks for being here.
All right.
Thanks for coming, guys. See you guys later.
Okay, bye everybody. Bye everybody.
Okay.